was taken across in the old lodge hall across the street from the fire station in Leeds. This was actually down the street, which is now Taylor's Tap, the building that housed the first Triangle Lodge in Leeds. And it burnt down, and now the upper story is gone. This is Ed Cruz, who came into our lodge and enjoyed cooking, and that's in the old lodge hall. This is the past master pictures in the old lodge hall. Now, these are in the new lodge hall in the entryway. And as a group of Masons were dreaming like these children, building castles in the sand, they wanted to build a new temple. And their thoughts were in the same line as these children. So their plan started in 1961, and it was 1965. Clayton Henshaw was the master, and they finally got to the point of breaking ground. And this was the day of the groundbreaking ceremonies. You can see the snow. It was in November of 1965. There's Keith McCudden, Roy Bailey. And there's Ivan Wagner, who was the oldest past master that we had. He was the second master of Triangle Lodge. He was master in 1923. And with the help of Cletus Marsh, the ground was frozen, of course, and Cletus, who was the master in 66, had to help him get that spade pull out of the ground. There's Clayton and Henshaw. And there's Ed Lundy, most worshipful brother Ed Lundy, who is past Grand Master of Masons in Iowa. And this was the first sign that went up showing where Triangle Lodge was going to build. And of course, the cement blocks were laid immediately because we were fighting against the weather. And the rafters came in that truck, and the day we put these rafters up, the temperature was 22 below that morning, and it never warmed up above zero. There's Don Lewis from North Riverside Lodge, Gene Littell from North Riverside Lodge. There's Reno Falcioni. He was the guide. He made sure that we was plumb and square. There's Melvin Moe, Fred Houchins, as one crew nailed, another crew carried in, and this was a nailer. These were the real leaders in the pack. They knew what they was doing. There's Cletus Marsh, of course, and Olson. Don Lawrenson stopped and paid us a visit. He brought his camera, and he helped quite a bit on the building, but he brought his camera. And this is Bud Gifford just coming from North Riverside Lodge, and another brother from North Riverside that used to help us a lot was Don Petit. That last picture was Larson. Well, these men on these cold days, were thinking about those girls on the beach, but we had to get the work done, so they're really nailing. Well, they had to because it was so dang cold. Premier Truck Line donated the truck. We had the rafters in them for a week, thanks to Howard Holcroft. I don't know how that guy got in there so often. Then there's the front of the building. This was all pretty well on the same day and some in the next. But we got the sheeting all on, the tar paper down, and now we're roofing. And again, we had help from other lodges, and of course a good turnout of Triangle Brothers. There's Swanson, he's always on the picture, was at that time, and is yet today, thank God. There's Harold Strunk. Wayne Rubel, of course, appears regularly. I should tell you that during this, there's Wayne, you can tell by the pipe, see, and now we're inside. It was a little warmer in there. When we was outside, the camera was so cold that it would quit turning, and when we took the pictures, so in my camera. There's Martin Larson. He was in most of the projects throughout the whole construction of the building, an expert on sheetrock cutting. This was the lodge room as it appeared to us, and we thought that was really some sight at that point, because to see that thing progressing. And Fred Hutchins, of course, arriving, but I'm sure he had been there for a while, but he was on an important assignment, didn't have time to talk. You recognize that door, I'm sure, in the lodge room. There's Melvin Moore, along with Reno, and Ken Burns is in the woman's john there, and Melvin is nailing it up. There's Phil Larson, who was pounded a few nails in this building too. Reno, like I say, kept us plumb and square. He had his measuring stick out, and there's our electrician who did a beautiful job on the building, Ken Burns. Past master. Well, I should say at this time he's a past master, but he was master in 1967. There's Ken Bowman, better known as Dauber, who is a painter, and he is working on the ceiling in the lodge room. Again, Martin Larson. Martin now lives down in the Ozarks at Cherokee Village. We was fighting time. This is the spring of 1966, and the apple trees and fruit trees are blooming, and we really we're in a hurry now to get this temple completed to the point that we could move in. And the weather had broke, so Dale Brady, good brother, came to our rescue with his spray painter, and there he's cranking her up, and he evidently gets it started, because pretty soon we'll see him. Well, and there's our master showing up, Cletus Marsh. He came to do the more on the plumbing and to oversee to see that. And he was also president of the building committee. And now the building starts taking shape because it's going to get a little color on it. And he painted, and there's Reno showed up to see that we did it right. He painted this building in about 3 or 4 hours. One coat, and he painted 2 coats, I believe, that same day. There is Clayton Henshaw taking down the old chairs in the old lodge hall. This meant that we had just held our meeting, and that was going to be it. We wanted to get them recovered, and